Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back once again, or for the very first time, to the Farts and Craps Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here with another brand new series. More on that scene here in a second. Here on Retro Classics on the Farts and I already said the Farts and Craps Show, yeah. Here on Retro Classics. Hope you guys are all doing well. In case you guys are unfamiliar, these series are chosen by the channel members. So if you guys want to get in on that, memberships start at $3 a month. More on that at the end of the video as we transition over to the members wall. And yeah, it's this one has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to play this on the show for quite some time because, like, here's the thing. 1997? Yeah. 1997 was a fantastic year for video games. We had so many great releases, like this game, also Mega Man X4, I believe. Final Fantasy VII, just to name a few. Like, I think Symphony of the Night also came out in '97. The list goes on, and I'm just going off of memory. Like, those are just like the ones that really stand out to me. Some of my favorite games, 100%. Like, super good. Not just on the PS1, but of all time. In fact, like, one of the only posters I have is of Symphony of the Night because it was that good. And plus the artist who did the concept art for the game and like the promotional art is, I forget their name, but so it is so great. But yeah, Mega Man Legends, this was one of the 4 RC samples that we ran a little while ago. I'll probably leave a link to that playlist at the end of this video. Usually at the end of the video I have the links to the current series, the current ongoing series playlists. But I'll probably drop one of them for the RC samples one at the end of this video. It'll likely be Dark Souls Remastered or Tales of Zestiria, one of those two. That will be dropped for the RC samples playlist. But yeah, this is. I love the little surf bots, which is what these guys are called. I always thought they looked like little Lego men, but yeah, Mega Man Legends. This was a monumental project. I think initially it was called Mega Man Nova, but yeah, it was basically hyped up as like the game Capcom was making, like fully 3D. Finally, like their main series going into the realm of you know, was Dino Crisis fully 3D? I think that was also Capcom. But anyway, Mega Man was a much larger deal at the time, and there was a few different directions they were taking the Blue Bomber. Like Mega Man X4 was the first one on the PlayStation, except in actually X3 got ported. What was that? To the Saturn, but I think that was only in PAL regions? Maybe. I don't remember. The Saturn was weird. Like, they had the anniversary game, Mega Man 8, on the PlayStation. They had, yeah, like Dino Crisis. Resident Evil was, like, finally becoming this huge thing. Well, actually, for the first time. Like, Resident Evil 1 and 2. And just, yeah, Capcom is just killing it on the PlayStation. The PS1 was such like an amazing library that saw the beginnings of so many series. But yeah, first played this one back in the day on the PS2, because, you know, backwards compatible natively on the hardware, and I loved it. It was great. Like, there was a lot of things I really enjoyed about this game. Like, the actual gameplay takes some time to get used to with like the movement and the just how the aiming works and a couple of other things. Um, but this was like super ambitious, and it's kind of only part one of the story. So if this series does well, if you guys want more for the next Retro Classics members choice poll, I'll put Mega Man Legends 2 as one of those options. It basically is the same game, just continued. So I think the settings that I found finally hammered out, which seriously took like 4 days, 5 days to get right. And that's just this past week. Like, I've tried running this before on this hardware, which, by the way, is running on the PlayStation Classic that I've modded. So I did get the high resolution thing working pretty much flawlessly. So basically, what's happening is because the output resolution is upscaled, obviously, because it's an HDMI device. But the internal resolution is also being doubled. And I talked about this, I touched on this the other day actually in a video, which released on Friday, I think? Yeah, the 18th. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. If you're curious about PS Classic modding and stuff. What else? What else? I think that about does it. So let's go ahead and check out the intro, because I went ahead and skipped that, but there's like 2 intro scenes. One of them is kind of very exposition heavy and kind of hilarious, and the other one is more in-engine, kind of a cold open, I guess, a way you would put it. But yeah, I already played Mega Man X4 on the channel a while ago. Might actually redo that because I played the Mega Man X collection version, which is fine, but with a few caveats. It's not like the best way to play the game. I think by default the story one's gonna go first. Okay, no, it's the other one. All right. So this game uses a really great art style, which is kind of a combination of pre-rendered backgrounds, like large polygons and like pixel art textures, which is like.
All right, listen up. Drop everything and give me your undivided attention. In about an hour, we'll be arriving at our destination, Catalog's Island. Double check your equipment,
The cafeteria.
and make sure everything's in working order. I want another flawless operation, same as the last one. I swear this treasure will be ours or my name's not Bond. Let's do it!
Yeah, so I swear those guys are like little Lego men. I did have audio problems before, which is pretty obvious in the RC samples video I made for this video, but apparently people didn't mind. They still wanted this one over the other 3 options, so it's a great game. It's really good. I really want to show before we get started, I really want to show the like story one, because they don't tell you at any other point. Oh, this.
Endless water. People are forced to eke out a living on the small patches of land that remain above the sea.
But yeah, it's kind of hilariously bad.
People of this world rely on ancient technology driven by quantum refractors, a powerful energy source. These refractors lie in ancient ruins underground and in the sea, and are sought out by explorers called diggers. These brave explorers are the sole source of refractor energy, which has become a cornerstone of the emerging civilizations. Originally, this was the diggers' only purpose, to find refractors so that civilization might endure. However, over the years, the story of a fabulous treasure, the legendary Mother Lode, began to be whispered among the diggers. The Mother Lode
Began to be
treasure so
whispered.
great that if it were discovered, it would provide so much power that the world never need fear running out of energy. Seeking this Mother Lode, diggers travel from one island to another in their flying machines.
In their flying
ever
machine.
hoping that they'll find what they seek just over the horizon. Hope. Despair.
Despair.
Charity.
Charity. Greed. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, this...
Who can say what truly motivates the diggers?
Like, whoever was overseeing the, like, voice direction, like, the voiceover, like, process for the game, like, did they have notes? Did they, like, how many takes did they do, you know? Because that comes across as, like, one of those, like, maybe bad second takes that they were like, okay, good enough. Because they didn't want to take the time to, like, find a different voice actor, essentially. Because, like, for a lot of the characters in this game, like, they did such a perfect job portraying their characters. And it's mostly the main characters. My favorite being Roll. Just saying, she's the best. But yeah, this is basically a reboot story, so this is not Mega Man.
Here
like,
we go!
It is Mega Man, but it's Mega Man Volnut. Different person, different character than, like, classic Mega Man.
Mega Man! Mega Man! Can you hear me?
Just barely. The transmission isn't too clear.
I got worried because the transmission got cut off suddenly.
I'm okay. I think this is the last door.
Yeah, they did such a great job with the animation.
It's still active. The reactor's still running.
Great! What about the refractor?
It's here. It's a big one, too.
All right, now maybe we can finally get some money. Be careful.
Phew. I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here.
Don't count your chickens yet. I'm picking something up on my screen. Looks like a Reaver bot. You'd better get out of there. Come on.
Right. If you see anything, let me know. Here we go!
Tutorial dungeon! Yeah, so, yeah, the other thing I wanted to do a little bit differently in this one, in the series that is, different from, hold on, a little bit more of this. Just poured myself a fresh cup of coffee, and it's very delicious. Percolated coffee is the best. Never going back to a regular drip machine. A thing I wanted to do differently is in the RC samples video, I had the game audio kind of low, so like it was kind of hard to follow along with like the story and stuff. And despite this being a Mega Man game, it actually is a lot more story focused than the other like recent Mega Man games, like Mega Man 8 and X4 and stuff. Like X4 had, well, I mean all the X games. Well, X1 and 2 not so much, but the X games in general just had more story than Mega Man traditionally had.
There should be a Reaver bot around there somewhere. Can you see it? It looks like a small one. You should be able to take it down with your Buster gun.
Mm-hmm. Use the square button to fire. Press the R2 button to automatically lock on to the nearest target. Read instructions again? No. So yeah, it's fully 3D. Like you can, like, unfortunately, there's no DualShock support in this game, which I don't know why. I think maybe development was already pretty far on designing the game systems and stuff. So when the DualShock, like, well, I guess the dual analog came out, it wasn't really like, it wasn't common yet, and I think there is a sense of not having to buy a new controller for your system when PlayStation launched with and included also just like the standard controller that didn't have any analog sticks. So a lot of developers were pretty late to implement full DualShock support, which didn't really come around until like 98, 99. But yeah, if they do a remake of this game, which I really hope they do. If, like, as long as we're making a checklist, like a wish list of things. There is a canceled project over at Capcom, because initially this was going to be a trilogy of games, and Mega Man Legends 3 never happened. If they decided to finally, like, make it, that would be, like, a dream come true. And then, like, if they did Mega Man Legends 1 and 2, like, HD collection, with, like, dual analog support, like, dude, perfect. Like, that would be the freaking best. Because, like, this is a fantastic game. There's a few caveats that kind of holds it back. But those are pretty much all with the PS1 hardware. Like, the assets are good. The things are there. Like, it's mainly, like, the texture warping problem that the PS1 has, as you can see in that panel, like, right there. Is, like, see what I mean? And, like, certain emulators can actually fix that. So, like, and, like, that's usually what Capcom does in their retro collections, is they're emulating the games. Like, they're not porting them. So, like, it is possible they could, like, clean them up a little bit. And of course, like the textures are there and stuff and everything, but a lot of things, like, cut out because of, again, PS1 hardware limitations. So, like, this game was all supported to the N64, which probably looks better, and if they put that on Switch Online, that'd be great, but
Turn right there.
the fact that they haven't done anything with this game since it re-released on PS3 as a PS1 classic, kind of makes me think that that might be in the works, because we've seen, you know, some unexpected collections from Capcom, like the Mega Man Battle Network collection, the Mega Man Zero collection, the Mega Man Legacy collections, all of them. Like, they've basically re-released all the mainline Mega Man games at this point. except for Legends,
Can you see a door nearby?
which some people would argue is not a mainline Mega Man game, because like it is kind of a spin-off, but I mean, these games deserve so much more. They really do. And personally, I'm a huge fan of Mega Man. Like, I've played a good majority of the games. I did like an X anthology at one point, up until
That's not the right way. I don't like the way that looks. Maybe
X4,
you'd better head back.
because like 5, 6, and whatever, everything past Mega Man X4 was like not very good. In my opinion, by the way. But like Mega Man 1 through 6, great games. Or 1 through 10, actually. I haven't played 11.
Do you
But-
see a door? That should be the way out. It's not far from your current position.
Okay, so use the circle button to investigate items and open doors. No, it's just how you interact with things.
Watch out, there's something right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these little orange ones, those are life. And the other ones are just cash. Ah, shit, why'd you have to blow all the way over there? And actually, to get that extra, like, authentic feel, I am using the, oh shit. I'm using the original, like, PS1 model controller, which is included in the PS Classic, and like one thing I love about these things is they are like a legit Sony like reproduction, and it's really good. Like the Genesis Mini, at least the first one, I haven't got the 2 yet, but actually come to think of it, yeah, that has been on my bucket list for quite some time. Yeah, Genesis Mini 2 would be dope. Partially because like they have the Sega CD games, and like a lot of them I've never played before. And there's some really good ones on there. But anyway, the controllers that came with the Genesis Mini kinda were terrible.
Don't move. Looks like it didn't see you.
And I love the Genesis controller.
Like a Reaver box. We were lucky.
Like, it's one of my favorite controllers of all time. Like, the controller I use, like, probably more than any other controller that I own is my 8BitDo M30, like, Genesis-style controller. It's, like, I don't, to be honest, like, I don't use it for, like, serious gaming as much, but just, like, the feel of it as a remote, like, and for certain games, like for fighting games and stuff, yeah, I don't think there's a better D-pad than like, okay, maybe the Saturn, but like, again, very similar tech. Like, oh, that's a ripoff. Dude, there was barely any cash in at that time. Anyway, quantum refractors are large crystals that provide energy for machines that can also be used as currency. If you're really lucky, you might find an orange energy cube. I don't know why they call them cubes. Grab it to recharge your life gauge. So that's the orange things I was talking about, the dots, those things. Problem is, like, the pickups disappear like so quickly. Really sucks. Okay, so got this energy door. We gotta get through there.
Mega Man, I'm picking up a Reaver box. He's above you. Watch out.
Yeah, so R2 is the lock on. Like, I have auto lock on, but like, yeah. So use the R2 button to track enemies above and below you that are out of your field of sight. No. But it does have like a range limit, basically. And we're at full health, so I don't really need that. Okay. So, 560 zenny, that's really not that much, but like we have, well, we only had like 1200, so at this point it's a decent amount, I guess. Power Razor. The Power Razor is a Mega Man Buster part. Attaching Buster parts allows you to power up your Buster gun. You can attach Buster parts by pressing the Start button and go to the menu screen and selecting Equip from the Buster parts menu. Why do we have exclamation points all the freaking time? No. Like, they're just like so excited to explain this game. Well, I mean, I get it. I guess I am too. So, but yeah, Mega Man actually has a lot of movement options. Like, if you hold circle, you can kind of just like strafe slowly. The D-pad, I like to have it set for like left and right being turn, and up and down being like forward and back. So you can kind of like fully navigate with just the D-pad if you need to. And then you got strafe with R2 and L2. And if you strafe and... you can strafe and jump. You can jump in any direction. Oh, it's not strafe and jump. If you press right and jump, you have a dodge roll, which is pretty cool. You can also do like your slow walk, which honestly to me just comes across as like really cocky. Oh, and I guess if you hold down, then hold circle, then it actually fixes the camera behind you. Huh. I actually did not know that. But yeah, he's got the like this saunter, like, yeah, I'm the shit. It's Mega Man. Just, you know, just chilling. Not really doing much. Okay, so we have to go to the left. I'm just gonna check over here, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. I do basically know what to do for the first like hour, maybe 2 hours of this game.
Mega Man, I'm showing a large blip in front of you. It's probably a Reaver bot. Be careful. Huh? Mega Man, can you hear me?
I'm going off axis from my microphone and I'm not really sure what to do because I'm going off axis and we're disconnecting.
Can you hear me?
Oh no, you're breaking up. Can barely hear you. Freaking love it. And then that's part of the reason this game is so good. Like, the campiness of it, it's very much got that vibe of like a 90s anime. And like, I mean, there's not a lot of music in the game, but the music is fantastic. And like, the overall presentation, like the animation, the gameplay, the story, like, it all comes together so perfectly. Oh, this track rocks. Rocks, get it? I forgot to equip the Buster part. Because right now we have the default attack power, and this essentially doubles our attack, so... Shit, get fucked. Get wrecked, son. Hey, son, what are you doing there? Playing Mega Man Legends? Yeah, you getting wrecked? Did you point? It's like determined, like pissed off face. I love it. He's like, yeah, I showed him. Not gonna confirm the kill. Mega Man, you poor, poor soul. He's a robot, he doesn't have a soul. What am I talking about?
Look at that sky. Well, that's a happy sight after being underground for so long. I wonder where Roll went. No way. Back for more?
Oh, and by the way, well, I'll talk about it after the cutscene.
See ya!
Hold on! We're taking off!
Roger! Phew. Nice timing, Roll.
Anytime, Mega Man. I'm sorry, Mega Man. I had some engine problems, and
It's okay, Roll. But I'm glad you showed up when you did.
all's well that ends well, right? And we were able to get a refractor. We should be able to get by with that for a while. If only the mother lode were as easy to find as this.
Don't worry, we'll find it someday. And your parents, too.
Thanks. I know we will.
Oh, the engine's overheating. The smoke's so thick I can barely see.
What? I guess the flutter's in worse shape than I thought.
Roll, the number 5 feeder's going crazy. She can't take much more of this.
Gramps, can you open up the number 11 valve again?
Got it.
We'd better find some place to set down. Mega Man, check the map.
There's an island called Cadillacs about 100 miles southwest.
Good. Check.
I can't do much more by myself down here. Can somebody give me a hand?
Sorry, Gramps, but my hands are a little full right now.
Roll! I see it! Land ho!
Come on, hold together. Just a little bit more. Hold on. I'm taking her down.
Right!
Looks like we made it.
They actually, like, cut the scene off a little bit too early.
This looks pretty bad. I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
We've been pushing her so hard. Haven't been taking good enough care of her. We'll just have to fix her up.
Looks like the repairs aren't going to be finished anytime soon. We'll be here for a while, I guess. This island, what do you call it, Mega Man? Cattle Locks? Must have a town or a city somewhere. Think you could go take a look around?
Yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. Man, like whoever played Gramps, like so good too. Um, but yeah, like I was really curious about that cutscene because in the RC samples video, um, we actually had some pretty serious audio problems during that scene. Um, but it sounded pretty much perfect that time, so I think those are resolved, which is great. Um, but yeah, we're gonna do this on the next episode, and because we're basically out of time. But yeah, so that'll wrap up the first episode of Mega Man Legends, guys. Very happy to be doing this series finally, and oh, the thing I wanted to say earlier, because I was like, oh, I'll talk about it after the cutscene. Um, wait, no. It was about, oh yeah, Mega Man. Um, so Mega Man's voice actor actually was like about the age of the character. So like they got somebody who was like 13 or 14 at the time, which I'm kind of assuming is how old Mega Man Volnut is in this game. But they wait. What? There was something else about that. Oh, they recasted him in the second game. So and I can't remember who they got in Mega Man Legends 2, but I kind of almost prefer that Mega Man, to be honest. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna have to go around and talk to people and do more story stuff and whatnot. But yeah, we'll do that on the next one. Thank you all for being here, guys. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And of course, before we get going, a very wait. Um, yeah, we'll actually have new videos of this series every day in this time slot. So stay tuned. But of course, before we get going, a very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members who selected this series. At the time of recording, it's just Navalis Draconis. But if you want to be incredibly awesome, support the show a bit more directly, and get in on all those membership benefits like Navalis Draconis do, check out the join button down below or the Farts and Crap Show Buy Me a Coffee. Either way, tier start at $3 a month, so only 10 cents a day gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on the series that get made right here on this channel. And that does apply to all series. Occasionally, there are some longer series that I've been working on for quite some time that once one of those is finished, I actually haven't determined how that's going to work yet. No, I'll still do the Members' Choice polls. But yeah. Every series. So whenever we finish one, we'll have run a Members' Choice poll. And then, so the members basically get to pick the content that gets made here. But in between series, I'll be doing like, the random videos and blah, blah, blah. Technical stuff, project videos I've been working on for a while. What else? I think that about does it. Oh, and we are going to have a Members' Choice poll every month. Because a while ago I was like, I should really make a point to do that. And that was kind of the idea with Retro Classics initially, because none of those series like got longer than 20-something, 30-something episodes. It wasn't really until, I guess it was like one of the Pokemon series, I think, where I think it was one of the Pokemon games, where we had a Retro Classic series that went beyond 30 episodes. But yeah, even if there's not a new series that needs to be determined, we're also doing like 3 streams a week here on the channel, so if it happens that there's a month where we don't need a new one, I'll be sure to still leave it up to the channel members to determine something like stream related or something else. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much again for the support. Even just being here, watching until the end of the video. I know a lot of people check out as soon as I say, like, you know, thank you for being here, blah, 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 and all that. But yeah, this is where I usually do the update stuff for the membership and those kinds of things. But yeah, I mean, we'll be playing this till the end. This is not going to be a 100% series. I'm not going to do absolutely everything in the game because I'm trying not to use walkthroughs as much as possible, especially for some of these games that I haven't played in such a long time, because honestly, I don't remember much of anything about my initial playthrough of this, because that was over 20 years ago. But anyway, again, thank you for being here. Till next time, guys, take care, and I hope you all have a glorious day.